Okay, so this is the LotSync app. So first thing we do is we have to find the dealer. So right when you log in, it's gonna ask you to do that. So I'm gonna go to Phil Smith Acura. It filters down, so you just type in Phil, it pulls that up. Now in LotSync, as opposed to Digital Lot, you'll notice that everything is in new and used. There's always two different lots or stores that contain two different inventories. The new inventory is always separate out from the used inventory, at least currently. So let's say I wanted to work on used cars. I'll just click Phil Smith Acura, and this will pull up all the used cars that you see here. Now generally it's photo filtered, but you can filter it at the top here on the top right, and then you go to missing photos and click apply, and you'll see all the cars that are missing photos. And as you can see, there's 12 based on the top there. Now once you're on this screen, right, and you say you want to do, let's say you want to find a car, you just click here. Now don't click on the top search dealer button, because I mixed it up a lot. I might accidentally click dealer, and always click into here where to search for a car. So let's say I'm doing this MDX here. Search by VIN number or stock number. You can't search by let's say maker model yet, like in Digital Lot, which is something I think they're working on now. Like I'd like to be able to type in Acura and only pull up Acuras. So if I wanted to pull up, let's say this MDX here, I'll type in 3701, then search, and it'll pull up the MDX. Okay, so now when I'm doing the car, what I do is I click into the car. All right. Now I just scroll down. You always have to select the body style. That's pretty simple. Just SUV. Click next. Okay. This stuff is pretty much always good. You might have to select the interior color. Let's say black. Then click next. Now, depending on what kind of label you need to, or window sticker you need to print, there are a couple different standardized window labels in here. This might be a CPO, which you would see on the first page, but I didn't really check. But this should be a CPO. Click Acura CPO. Next. And then CarData certified. Next. That's the buyer's guide. Then you can check the pricing if you need to put a price on this. I know this place actually gets a retail price, so the fact that it's 0 is probably going to be a problem when you print the label. It won't have one, so you might want to get that from the dealership or from the manager. And then you scroll down here. So certified no, but anyways, we'll get back to that. Vehicle results. Then in here it has a lot of different results that you can charge, or they're not all charges, but they're actually different statuses of the car, I guess you could say. So if you're doing an audit at the dealership and you find a car and you get the keys to the car and it's in service, you can say vehicle's in service, or vehicle not clean, or vehicle not on site. If you actually do the car, let's say we do 30 photos, spin 360, and video sticker, and well, the video plus the sticker is included in that, but click OK, and then save. Once you click save, it'll result that price of the car. So I won't charge for it, so I'll just click reprint. Let's say save. Okay. Now once this screen pops up, you have to click upload files. All right. Then you click browse. Now let's select from gallery. Now generally I shoot. This is where I would shoot the actual photos of the car. You know, all 30, and then I'll go back over here to the gallery, and I will select the car I just shot. So right here, this isn't the photos of the actual car, but I'll add them to the car nonetheless. Now, oops, there you go. Now adding them to the car is a little tedious because you got to click each individual photo and then just click select. Okay, now there's 34 photos. Now once it's in here, you're not actually done until you click link. So if you click link, that attaches the photos to the car, and then you got to sync it. Now once you actually modify a car, it shows up highlighted yellow. The photos won't show up on the car until you sync the photos, but they are linked to the car, and the actual photos are now in the labels are now in the queue to print. So if you want it to sync, you go to the top right here, the little 3 dashes there, and you can click sync files there, and it'll sync all the files. Now we're working on getting that to run in the background simultaneously and continuously, so you don't have to actually click sync, just in case people actually forget, because people forget all the time. So it'll just sync automatically. So if I click sync files, those photos will link up and sync up to LotSync. I don't want to do that because those are not the correct photos. So that would be bad. So I can go over to print queue, click on print queue, and you'll see the labels here. This is the window label. This is the buyer's guide. You can select between each one of them, and you can print them out. And that would just, you would hook up to your printer, generally by hotspot, because we use Brothers, and it will print out from there. I'm going to clear my queue because I don't actually need to print these. All right, and then after that, the last thing to really worry about is invoice. Okay, so invoice is down here, or we'll get into reports later, but invoice is down here. You click invoice, you click generate invoice. Now, this generated the invoice for a couple cars I have here, right? So I might have done for the day. So on the invoice, these are mandatory. Dealer contact name, just put whoever's name you're seeing, whoever's signing it anyways. So let's say Joe P. Joe Perez over at this dealership. So I'm sorry. Space Perez. Okay, done. PO number. Now PO number is required as well, but most dealerships we actually don't get PO numbers. Only a couple off the top of my head I can think of that we actually do get PO numbers at. So here, if you don't get a PO number, you just put like a period. That's fine. And then notes. If you have notes, most of the time you're not going to. Then just click next, and then on this page you're going to see the sign above the line. So when you give it to the dealership, and they would just sign their name or whatever it is, and then click generate invoice. And once you generate the invoice, this will automatically sync the invoice with a signature and everything to the LotSync server. Now, before we'd have to load them up into the CarData website portal to load up the invoices, but with this, they actually load up directly to the LotSync server, and we can actually pull those down automatically, so we don't need to add these to the website portal. And that's it. I'm going to avoid generating the invoice because it's a fake invoice, and yeah, that's all.